Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am collecting madness. There's always madness in love, and we love collecting. As you can see, we got another big one. It's a Back to the Future time. This time we're doing it with Doc Brown, the deluxe version. Now, if you guys know, before, if you watched the streams on Connor's channel, Hot Toys Hotline, before I say this, shout out to him, subscribe to his channel, link is always down in the description below. But anyways, if you guys didn't know and you caught, I actually never watched Back to the Future until recently. I'm on the massive hype train. It's thanks to all of you. I fell into FOMO, and now I have to collect the whole line, including the DeLorean. But we're here to start it today with none other than Doc Brown. So here we have the box. You can see you have Back to the Future here. It is very reflective. You then have the trailer that houses the beautiful, beautiful DeLorean, which I can't wait to get in hand. Says out of time there, which is kind of cool. Doc Brown deluxe version, as I said. Lifting off another image of the DeLorean. Now it's funny because it's a Doc Brown figure, you would think the DeLorean would have more. So when we take a look at that, you'll see that obviously it'll have pictures of the DeLorean itself because it's that, but you would think Doc Brown would be more in here. So here you can see the times that they went back to the future or to their present time in the film. This is also housed inside the DeLorean. You can see he's inside the clamshell, but I'm not going to mess with all this. I'm just going to do the easy way, get it all out, and then we'll take a look at it from there. Okay, so here's everything that he comes with, and as you can see, he comes with an overwhelmingly amount of stuff. I actually had to look at the instructions just to kind of understand what I'm dealing with here, and in fact, there's a lot of stuff that he comes with and a lot of stuff that doesn't technically work. Like, I mean, for instance, the pliers, they're not like open or whatever, but that makes sense because they're just displayed in his tool belt anyway, and that's probably where they will stay. His antenna on the control box for the DeLorean does not move up and down. Be very careful, it's just sculpted plastic, but as you can see, this is extremely detailed. You can make out the words there: up, down, reset, hold, on and off switch, all the wires and stuff. It's nicely painted. I love the finish on this. It's reflective. You get the 88 miles per hour mark there, which is also incredible. Looks like an emergency stop there, and then the gauges to control the DeLorean. You get the plutonium box. Now there's been a lot of controversy around this. I won't put the stickers on right now. There's a clear piece that holds this up so it can stay in place. You get a bunch of plutonium inside. You also get one that doesn't stay stuck housed in this box, and it can actually come out and thread back in like so. But this one also can be placed in there, and then you can do whatever you want with it. Now there's a lot of controversy that's been around this because it's kind of cardboard, but it's a very solid kind of thick cardboard, so I think it will stand the test of time, and it's something I'm not mad over. You then get a clipboard which houses a whole bunch of different literature. Now this piece does not work, so I'm a little disappointed in that, because if you had it, it would just kind of fall over the place, so it's probably something that would be on a desk or a floor. But you can see you got individual papers that houses different stuff and data sheets. You get a map, and then this I thought was a really cool Easter egg. It's kind of an image of a gremlin. It's really blurred, but I figured that out because when you read this, it talks about the gremlins, and when you get yours, you can read more into that. It's just about not feeding them after midnight and not putting them in water, yada yada. But as a scientist should, he comes with all his data sheets and testing sheets. You get a clipboard style clamp. It does not clamp, it's solid piece and painted. You get a pouch for what I think is a radio. Don't quote me on that, could be wrong. It's some kind of device that plugs right into there. You get a watch, another watch, like a stopwatch, because he has 2 watches. A leather belt that houses some of the pouches and stuff. You'll see that later. His tool bag, it's all pleather, just like the last belt was. And all the tools would be housed in here. A roll of duct tape. Now mine has a nick. I don't know if this is normal. However, I'm not mad. I'm not willing to go through a return process because duct tape does tend to do this. So if anything, it looks more natural to me, like a real piece. So let me know in the comments below if yours did this or if mine's just a defect. You get some kind of clamp, couple pliers, some wrenches, and they're all wonderfully, wonderfully painted. I absolutely love how metallic these actually look. Now, if these were all metal, of course, it would weigh down the figure and weigh down the bag massively. You get a big flat head and a regular sized Phillips head. You also get a small Phillips head, because every toolman needs it. You get a little clothespin that doesn't work, but it is nicely detailed. Like, I mean, the incredible work that goes behind just the tiniest things. Another tool that he uses here. I don't know if they're supposed to be measure markers. Not sure what this is. Somebody in the comments below can let me know. You then, of course, get his red flashlight. Now, based on my T1000, I know Hot Toys in the past has done a translucent and kind of put like a bulb, like a simulated bulb in there, so I know what they're capable of. I'm a little disappointed, but again, this will just stay in the pouch. Probably in this upright position, you won't see it anyway, so it gets the look done. The outside of it is very well done, nicely sculpted and nicely painted, so I'm not mad about that either. He has another stopwatch. This goes around his neck, and then what's cool is you get Einstein. So when I get Marty and Einstein, I'll be able to put this around Einstein's neck, which is really cool as well. Now this is a base. If you do have an older figure, you will know this is like the classic base. So when they did these as a rething, it had to match Marty, so it makes sense that they did this. And you can see it says Dr. Emmett Brown on it. Very, very classy touch. What I will gripe on is the hands. You don't get enough hands. You just get 2, and then the 2 that comes with him. And it's like, what are we supposed to do with this Hot Toys? They are nicely painted. They are nicely sculpted, so I will give them that. But come on, Hot Toys. With everything you see here, you would at least think they would give us some more options to pose with all of this stuff. And the last thing we're going to look at here is he does have some pens here. Obviously, they don't come out. They'll sit in his pocket and give the effect that he has real working pens. So I found out this is a printer, and I strongly recommend that you read your instruction manual as I did, so you can figure out where everything goes. And it just places it. Now I think this is a really, really cool thing once you have all of the tools placed inside the pouch. Oh my goodness, guys. There's a lot of work that goes into this figure. As you can see, he's got all his stuff on him now. It makes me not want to touch him, but he's highly detailed, so I can't complain too much. You can see I got the watches on him and stuff, his stopwatch, the notepad, the pens, the little map there. I mean, it's incredible, just absolutely incredible. His head does move up and down, left to right. It does feel like it clicks into place, so that's good to know. His arms, you know, go out. He's very, very posable and stiff. There is a massive fat suit under there, which is cool because the suit is still kind of baggy and makes it look like, you know, it's just hanging over him, which it did in the film. His shoes are Nike. They got, you know, the tread of Nike and stuff, but like they do not have the logos on them. But he does have the white socks on both ankles, and I think that's a really cool touch because you can't even see them. They didn't have to do it, but they did as well. I do want to point out he does have foot articulation and a double bend in the knee. So this guy, you could have him running, jogging, doing whatever. He's not going to have any problems articulating. Now, the jumpsuit is kind of a windbreaker material, like a nylon as well. It's got an orange pattern all throughout it. This is a real working zipper, and you can see his little Hawaiian shirt, which I think is kind of cool, and a white t-shirt underneath. I have to move this up a little bit because sometimes it exposes that neck, and when you pull it up it kind of gets rid of it, so that's a good thing. But now to the expression. This guy's face, a lot of people were hating on, but guys, I think in person it looks absolutely stunning. I know the glasses, like where they insert here, is not sightly, but to me it's like if I wore glasses, my hair would do the same thing. Now, it wouldn't look like holes in my head, but I can kind of get around it. And hey, if you have the glasses, you can put them on the figure, and that's super cool to me. So I'm still super happy with this sculpt. He did a lot of this in the film itself, so at the end of the day, it's a win for me. That'll do it for today's video. I am super happy with this figure. I can't believe how detailed he is. You can even see the logo on his back, you know, like the radiation logo. This figure is just incredible. I did not expect to be blown away this much by him. And maybe it's just because I'm coming off a high of just seeing the film. But guys, I mean, from the literature to all the mini tools to the printers, pouches, his watch, like, it's just mind-boggling all the work that Hot Toys puts into this, and so I give them a massive shout out. Also, because I have now grown fond of these movies, it gives me a little bit more pleasure seeing it in person. Takes me back to the film and seeing these moments, especially the expression on his face. You know, I didn't really talk about all the sculpted hair either. Like, guys, this figure is just doing it for me right now. So if you're a big fan of Back to the Future, I promise you don't want to miss out on this guy. He's still available in some places. I don't know specifically what. I want to say Sideshow. Don't quote me on it, but if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like, a thumbs up. It helps support the channel. We're on our way to 500, and I'm so excited for this journey. Can't wait to get the DeLorean, can't wait to get Einstein, and I can't wait to get Marty in the collection and then have those three all together with the DeLorean. It's going to be amazing. So stay tuned for that. Consider subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next one.